drop it into the map here too, and drop some knowledge here as we see the spawns and such.
Absolutely, man. We're starting out with the finals here, guys, on Antigua Shipyard, which is a really big map. And it's also, interestingly, a map that you can very quickly get 3 bases on in all the matchups. So it's going to be interesting to see what both players open up with. But let's take a moment, introduce our players, and go with it from there. So in the purple, we see viOLet spawning in the upper left-hand corner. And in the red, we see Suppy spawning as the red Zerg in the lower right-hand corner. Both players scouting out with their overlords for cross spawns, of course, because they know that there are only cross spawns on the MLG version of this map.
Okay, there we go. So we got some mirror sort of, well, as soon as I say the word mirror, of course, we diverge. You see some nice, aggressive possible play here coming out from Suppy. I'm loving it.
Suppy's going for the 11 pool and then the 11 gas.
I love it. I'm loving it, brother. I can't. I'm so excited for this, and I am a biased guy. Okay, I'm not a fan of boring multi-base polite play, especially in large situations like this, like a grand final. I love it when people take chances. So I see both players kind of in their own way.
Yeah, definitely taking chances. I love this play out of Suppy, simply because looking at this right here, this basically says to me, I know I'm in a best of 5. I know that I can afford to lose a game or two and do something very unorthodox. And so what is he doing? He's opening up with this 11 pool. And, I mean, he's already up to 18 supply to viOLet's 15. viOLet, his pool is not even partway done. So, I mean, this could be a hugely aggressive opening out of Suppy. We'll have to see what he does with it. Getting that gas up for the Zergling speed. Zergling speed started,
there
and
we
he's
go.
continuing to mine gas.
Yeah, that's interesting.
This might be some Baneling aggression coming out here, and with neither player really scouting the other one, I think Suppy's going to be so happy to see this this hatch first build out of viOLet.
Nice. All right, spawning pool about to finish up for viOLet in his base, as well as the additional hatchery. You can see on Suppy's side, though, you got 6 Zerglings about to pop out there, as well as beginning the Baneling nest building.
Absolutely. So that Baneling nest going down should finish actually about the time that he has the gas to build. I want to say about 5 Banelings. That's usually like 4 to 5 Banelings is usually what this build gets you, depending on the timing of when those Zerglings get there, how many you lose at other points. But
and he's following it up with a large Zergling contingent there.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And he's going to have speed so much earlier than viOLet. He's going to have Banelings so much earlier than viOLet. He could start morphing those Banelings right now. And Suppy about to put on a ton of hurt if he does this right. His speed about to finish, though.
I'm interested here. There we go. Okay, finally he starts morphing them, and actually that's excellent push forward by viOLet there. It's going to be able to scout that and possibly deny some of these. And look at that. Suppy's just going to let it ride, though, and see how many he can get to pop. He might be able to pull 2 out of this mess here. But it looks like, yeah, wow. Great job by Suppy there, able to take out one of those Banes, and this isn't going to be nearly as bad as it could have been because of that.
Oh, wow. Look at that reinforcement stream of Zerglings. More Banes getting morphed. But viOLet is going to have Banelings of his own now. Has viOLet's Zergling speed finished? No, not quite yet, but it's going to. I feel like Suppy has missed his window.
Yeah, you're right. Well, with that spine up in both queens, you're exactly right, brother. I don't see this going well here if he pushes
Oh,
it.
but hold on. Here he's just going for it. He's got so many Banelings here. This spine is definitely going to go down. Those Banelings are going to go down as well. One of the queens. And look at this reinforcement wave of Zerglings out of Suppy.
Yeah,
he might be able to do so much damage here. viOLet has had speed finish, but Suppy in full production.
Ooh, he leaks 3 in, though. There we go. Take out some of those Banes, brother.
Oh, Suppy with some great micro there. He has the 1 Zergling there. Going to try and go for that 1 Baneling. Is he going to get it? No, he's going to try and sneak up into the main, forcing another Baneling detonation. And going for some of the drones now.
All right, now this is good. He's making some progress, and this is what he needs to do, is get some of these drones out of the way, because he's well behind in that regard.
Absolutely. I mean, in the supply count, we still... Oh, Suppy with another Baneling here. Going to try and sneak out. This little Zergling thing is going on, but this Baneling, he's like, I'm going to sneak in there. I'm going to do all the damage all the time. Is he going to be able to? Oh, no. Doesn't quite get those Banelings.
Bummer.
So close for him.
Yeah.
viOLet running a few lings back into the base, and look at this. viOLet Is he going to morph that into
There's
a
a
Baneling? I think he
counterattack
is, but there's a
headed in.
counterattack at
Yeah.
the main here. Will this be a Baneling, though? Oh, come on, Violet. I'm waiting for you.
Red is also in Violet's base, but that got quelled briefly. Looked like just a handful of units. And we can see heading in now are the purple Zerglings there from Violet, but they get dropped quickly from Suppy. We got to take a look at some numbers here and just see where they're at.
Absolutely. So
Ooh.
really not that far ahead is Violet. You know, so Violet.
Well, he's well. 19 is. I'm kind of taken aback here, seeing that 20 to 16 drone tally, especially with the 11 pool in this situation.
So Suppy doing a really good job. And look at the Zergling count on a Suppy. That is a lot of lings.
Yeah.
He could potentially put a lot of aggression on there. Is he going to go for it? There are 4 Banelings there for Violet, so I'm not sure if it's super advisable, but we'll have to see. His own hatch going down now for Suppy. He does have a second queen on the way, his first queen out. I mean, and at the very least, Suppy should be able to get ahead in tech because he's had that gas count up for longer.
Pushing in with a group of Zerglings now, getting hit by Banelings was Suppy's entire contingent of Zerglings out there, and he only left 2 out on the front side. He might be morphing some Banelings right there. Meanwhile, as long as Suppy can keep Violet on the other side of the map, that's great news for him, trying to get the expansion up here.
Absolutely. His expansion about to finish. Got a Spinecrawler going down on the high ground. Would not be surprised to see him waltz that on down to the low ground as soon. And Suppy, you know, really droning hard here. I mean, let's just take a look at the unit count here. Suppy actually up in the drone count, 29 to 23. So he has taken this advantage, or this time, says, I'm just going to drone. But Violet looks like he thinks it's time to get aggressive. He's moving out with a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. Seems to know the timing of when that hatch is going to come up. And this Spinecrawler needs to get down here and get rooted real quickly. A lot of defensive Banes going down from Suppy, though, so it looks like he knows the timings as well.
Yeah, he just sees it coming there. He's got that one Zergling leading the way back. And the Banelings come up to support here, and Violet, with his amazing play, is going to send one Zergling in at a time here to hassle these Banelings.
But now, of course, Suppy getting that Spinecrawler rooted should be able to be okay. Needs to watch out for these Banelings trying to sneak into the main, though. A huge hit, and that was not a good trade.
Oh boy, there's 2 other Banes that hit that Spinecrawler. That was kind of a bummer there for a second. One more Bane in, but that's actually Suppy's Bane. Never mind, that's a defense.
Absolutely. So, I mean, if we just go back to the unit counting station, Violet, wow, took that opportunity to just hardcore drone. He is up to 43 drones to the 29 of Suppy. So that 11 pool not really working out for Suppy so far. We'll have to see what he does with it. The spine bleeding, not even burrowed. Looks so sad.
Oh, Violet, you're so sexy, pushing out and then making all those drones. However, does he have enough to deal with this? And those defensive Banes that are back will certainly be enough to deal with this. So excellent timing getting those additional drones up there for Violet. It's going to put him well ahead in the income mark.
And Violet with the good creep spread as well, allowing him to move these spines to the forward position. So great play so far out of Violet. What is Suppy going to do? Looks like he's going to get some roaches out. And are these being rallied to the front? No, looks like they're being kept back at home for now. But I would not be surprised to see, you know, kind of some big aggression coming out of Suppy. He's kind of hit this timing window before layer finishes. He's not going to be able to get any layer tech up before this push happens. And that is a lot of Banelings getting morphed, folks. That could do so much damage. And these roaches as well to take out the Spinecrawlers and the Queens and the other Banes.
That's a lot.
But Violet says, okay, let me just make 8 Spinecrawlers. Because I see you are going for the all-in. I'm just going to make 8 Spinecrawlers, and then we'll have at it.
That was an expensive Baneling hit there, taking out like 3 Banes, and they're going to hit the front. Now all the Banelings hit here, and the Roaches managed to survive, but they're going to run into all of those Spinecrawlers here in a second. Let's see what kind of damage they can do, or if they can even sneak by any of the Banes. They're being targeted by the Spines right now. All of Suppy's Banes go down. Few Zerglings and 1 Roach are going to leak in and do, well, maybe take down that
Should
Queen.
be able to take out the Queen pretty easily. Probably will be able to get the second Queen as well. No, looks like the reinforcements from Violet are going to be able to clean that up. Suppy continuing to try and stream units in, but this is really not wise, as there are way too many Spines here. Violet actually has 8 up. Jumping to the production tab, Violet with the Spire on the way. The layer not even quarter of the way done for Suppy, so Suppy in a terrible position right now. Violet really showing who's the king of ZVZ in match 1.
Yeah, and the other thing here, Gwen, is, you know, with all of those Banelings that he morphed and all the Roaches that he put out there, you can see Suppy is well low on the gas supply right now. And with viOLet, you know, conversely, he's banking it up in preparation for his mutas to pop. So,
yeah, I mean, he certainly is.
Advantage viOLet.
The Evo chamber on the way for Suppy right now. So, oh, but look at this. Suppy could get a huge hit on a lot of those lings. Will he be able to get it? Will he be able to get it?
There it is.
No, not quite.
Corner him, buddy. There it is. Nice.
And finally going down.
That was pretty costly there for viOLet, losing a bunch of units there, but you can see his drone tally.
Will Suppy have these Evo chambers up in time? The Mutalisks are already halfway done, and I don't see any Spore Crawlers on the way. He is making more Queens, but, I mean, 11 mutas, that's 14 mutas now. That's not enough, man. You got to have a lot of Spores going down. And I am curious as to why he is delaying getting those. I feel like this is the wrong move. No, he's going for a hatch. Oh, Suppy. The wrong read on his opponent. So many Mutalisks are out, and he has to know now. 2 more Spores going down.
Yeah.
Or another Spore going down, and a Hydralisk Den on the way.
Easy pickings on the Overlords on the way out, too, so Suppy's losing vision super fast as well.
And supply. So,
meanwhile, the third goes down for viOLet as well.
viOLet, of course, using the mutas to take his third. That is exactly what you need to do. You need to say, okay, guys, not only do I have mutas, I have map control. I'm going to take my third. My opponent cannot be aggressive because Hydralisks are so slow off creep. There's not really any way for them to do a lot of damage. And this muta count should be able to just poke in and do a ton of damage. And look at this, bringing all of his spines out. He's going to be like spine crawler moving, and this is exactly what you do in this situation. There's a counter push coming. Are these spines going to be up in time?
Hey, you should just run by here, Glenn.
He is going to run by. He's going straight for the third. He's trying to deny it. Where are those Mutalisks? Looks like they are poking around in the main. They have killed off a queen, going for this Overlord flock. Hydralisk out, but there's only one of them. And I mean, the supply,
I'm loving killing
supply is going to plummet now in range of that. More Hydralisk coming into the fray.
viOLet is able to defend his third very well up there too. You can see there's only a few Zerglings left, but he's got enough time.
Quite a few drones going down though for viOLet. I mean, after these Mutalisks get repelled, which they are still not repelled, still doing tons of damage. Look at the supply block there.
That's a pretty deep one there, Gwyn, and it looks like Suppy's going to have to spend a lot of cash just to be able to get out of the hole. I wonder what he's going to be able to do here. Is he's going to try to send these Zerglings through the gauntlet of spine crawlers here, apparently. Wow, he doesn't even latch onto that one. He tries to run by into the third yet again. He thinks he's done damage there. He's going to be able to take out maybe one or two. Ooh, he tries to do the hold thing, but it didn't work that time for him.
viOLet with some great drone, Michael, pulls those drones away and throwing down those Spore Crawlers. Kind of in a strange position there. I'd like to see them up here, but probably just doing that before his creep spread gets on that hatch. But the Muta is going back on the aggressive now, coming on out. And viOLet has actually not continued Mutalisk production. He has gone into that Baneling production using all of his gas on that, but he is still floating up at 1,000 gas, could flood back into mutas at any time. And those Hydralisks need to engage.
Wow, I can't believe they didn't right there. I guess they were trying to run back with Spore Crawler or something.
Some drones going down. The Spore Crawler probably going to go down, and that would be huge to get all those drones. Let's take a quick look at the workers lost. So actually Suppy ahead in the amount of workers killed.
Yeah, take a look at the supply though, 120 to 69 at the moment here, and it looks like viOLet is just in command.
Yeah, I mean that 11 pool really did not pay off for Suppy in that matchup. He missed his timing window, and now he's going to be playing from behind. However, if he can get his infestors out, if he can get some amazing hits down on the Baneling attacks, which are sure to start coming soon. That is so many Banelings.
That is a lot. That's 2 pages. We're not quite to 3 pages yet, so I guess it's not like a ridiculous amount. But yeah, that's what, 30. Now we're at 3. That is so many Banelings.
So many Banelings on the map, 52 to be exact, and they have speed. It actually takes 2 fungals to kill a Baneling, so I mean, in best case scenario, I think you probably need about 6 infestors to get all those.
Is this a right-click the third hatch kind of situation?
I think this is a right-click everything sort of situation.
All right, well, what's going to get eaten up first? Ooh, he's not going to go for the third. He's going to go for the throat here and try to get some tech. He's going to drop all of these drones here at the natural expansion. Suppy And also the infestation pick goes down.
And the GG. So I think viOLet actually, humiliating Suppy a little bit with that big bailing roll, and there is no way that you should actually let your opponent get that far ahead that they can do that to you. So
True story,
Suppy gonna have
brother.
to take a little bit.